This is the counter-narrative of Cynthia Carrera. Cynthia aspires to be a nonfiction writer and hopes to major in visual arts and minor in creative writing once she starts her education beyond high school. She is currently a student at Southern Lee High School in Sanford, North Carolina. Cynthia is also a first-generation student, the first in her family to pursue a higher education after high school. She is also the youngest of two. She describes that her older sister decided that she did not want to further her education and entered the workforce shortly after her graduation. Cynthia reflects upon this, and after a slight pause, she mentions how she believes there is a reason why her parents emphasized furthering her education even more. And Cynthia believes that her dream is very attainable, especially with her experience in school. Cynthia has numerous friendships that she has made and a few teachers that have left an impact in her life. Cynthia believes that teachers can be as involved as they would like to as long as they are outgoing. Otherwise, she would have to put in the effort to making these bonds. She also has had to go on her own in finding opportunities to help with the college selection process, testing, and for college prep. She takes pride in herself, as she says within the interview, "I am very lucky because I seek these opportunities for myself." Cynthia knows that even though she has had to do a lot of things herself, her family and most importantly her parents have had a hand in her education. In the interview, Cynthia expressed a little bit of sadness because she feels that her parents are not involved at all because of the simple fact that they can't really understand or relate. They are just parents, she says. They can't really talk to anyone. Her parents' personal stance on this is that even though they can't really do anything, they see their daughter work so hard, but they feel so helpless and they try to help as much as they can, even if it means doing things externally, such as giving her a ride or to an event or being her cheerleader. They feel like they could only do so much up until first grade because everything is in English. Cynthia says that her friends has helped her tremendously throughout her high school career. She says that her friendships resemble a family structure and feeling, and the feeling of having a family member but yet is not a family member is very comforting, and the feeling of being excited to see someone and the happiness that comes with it is really comforting. She says that she is not comfortable enough to have or rely on the support system that the school has, which is alarming because it is important to have proper support, especially during exam periods, stressful classroom environments, and assignments, and as well as external factors. This is why I believe that the documentary Precious Knowledge reflects the importance of having a support group that stands for each other. Her ethnicity and language also plays a huge role within her education. Cynthia feels like she often finds that her friends are targeted, but she has not experienced discrimination firsthand other than her family. She reflects on this and says that I feel like some people are mean and some people are kind. It just depends. People are purposefully making it harder on those who can't speak well in English. Many times throughout the interview, I could see my younger self when I was in 12th grade within Cynthia. I remember that awkward yet nervous yet exciting stage in life. Interviews went well for both Cynthia and Cynthia's parents. I did not have any expectations going into the interview besides hoping to see how someone's life is going within the systems that we have in place today. Throughout my paper and while listening to Cynthia, it was reflective of several readings, and I was able to find some overlaps with some tendency in things that were related to what Cynthia said. Talking to her parents also gave a great and a new insight that sometimes we forget to ask. At one point within our interview, Cynthia begins to get really emotional. I was very set aback because I knew how important education is, and to have such support, I understand from what Cynthia has been telling me that she feels very grateful and overwhelmed sometimes with responsibilities that she feels like she needs to accomplish. What role does education play in your life?
It's like pretty much my life right now. Oh my gosh, I'm about to graduate high school and like that's all I've ever known. Yeah, it's been like so pushed towards me. 'Cause, like my sister chose not to, so my parents kind of like put it all on me.
It's okay.
But